Hi, everybody. It's Craig and Arun back with your Thursday I almost said hoops. It's football action, Thursday football action. And we're in November. It's November 6th, I believe, for this Thursday's games. We've got two games for you. Before I get to it, don't forget, we'd be remiss if we didn't tell you about our 2-for-1. That's 50% off. Usually it's $99 for a football pass for a week from one of us. You get both of us for $99. The only way to get that, docsports.com/Craig Arun. If you like other sports, say you want to play NBA, NHL, you can use this code. This will not work on that code because it's already 50% off, but you can use this for anything else this week. Kickoff 15. We both have NBA, NHL, props action, all that stuff over at the website, so you can use this promo code. It's only good for IC in my place, so can't use it on any other cappers. Also, don't forget about the YouTube Premium products. You can't beat it. Get on that level 3. It's $49.99 a month. You get all of our extra plays, including parlays, props, sides, totals, whatever you like. You get tons of action, a couple hundred extra picks a month for just under $50. So make sure you get in. All right, IC, let's go college football. Thursday, Georgia Southern at App State. App State's kind of turned it around a little bit, I think, this year. I thought this team, they might not go bowling. I think they have a really good chance now if you look at their schedule. App State minus 6.5, total 62.5. Saying that, they can't slip up here. What do you like?
Yeah, I mean, I will tell you this, that Georgia Southern beat them 29-20. And, of course, Georgia Southern has Coach Helton, who used to coach USC. They do come off a 24-34 loss against Arkansas State. You know, and they had that bad loss against USC earlier in the year, 20-59. That's who they've really played. You know, the Arkansas State game is interesting because that was a game where Georgia Southern was up 21-17. And I thought they played pretty well. I mean, they passed for 208. They rushed for 128. But that was a game where they ended up losing, of course, right? So now you have a team that's off of a loss. App State, though, comes off a loss to Old Dominion, 21-24. They played well that game because they were looking ahead to Old Dominion. They lost to Coastal Carolina as a 10.5-point chalk, right? But this is a team that beat Georgia State 41-20. They beat Oregon State 27-23. It's a team that lost to Boise State and Southern Miss as well. You know, and they do have, of course, revenge against Georgia Southern from last year. You know, the total sits at 62.5, Craig, which I love. Okay, I absolutely love that this total is so high because what you get here is you get a Georgia Southern team that's off of a loss, right, and who's going to be ticked off coming in. 24 points is the lowest output they've had in 3 games. This is also the highest total that they've had all year long, which I love. And App State rolls into this game with this total as the highest total they've had all year long, which I love. So then, you know, App State only put up 21 points in the last game, which is the lowest output they've had in 4 games. I think Georgia Southern can be an active dog. I think App State is pissed to the world. I think when you put it all together, give me the over, baby. Here, I would not be surprised at all if this thing goes to 70. And this is probably my free play on Thursday. It might make my IC6 card on Thursday, which is why you should watch Craig and Arun. It's also why you should be on Craig and Arun's YouTube Premium because it is truly the edge. Because you get like 200 extra selections. And it is exactly why you should do our 2 for $99 deal for our football because you're not going to find that deal anywhere else except on these videos. Now, Craig, UTSA, the Road Runners, the runners of the road are facing South Florida here. And South Florida is 6-2. Every time a coach gets linked to a head coaching job, lose. Okay? Golesh was linked to the Auburn job. They turn around and they lose to Memphis, 31-34. We have our boy over in Nebraska, right? Rule was linked to the Penn State job. They turn around and they lost to Minnesota, right? It happens over. And the Tulane coach, he was linked to the job, Summerall. They turn around and they got their tails whipped. Every time, if I'm a head coach and someone says, you're linked to this job, what do you think? I'll be like, nope, not going there. I would just say it because they just turn around and lose. And then I would change my mind. And the only person that has not affected is my boy, my Lord and Savior is Nick Saban, but my second Lord and Savior, my second favorite coach is Lane Kiffin. My third one is Clark Lee of Vanderbilt. But
although they did lose last week.
Who?
Vanderbilt.
Well, they did, but I mean, come on. No one ever thought. When was the last time you thought Vandy was going to be favored against?
Yeah, I guess. Oh, I mean, they weren't favored; they were 3-point.
Have you seen the NIL?
They actually covered 3.5 for a lot of people.
Right, and have you seen the NIL deal of Texas versus Vanderbilt? I mean, the Texas coach should be fired on that alone. You should be. I mean, this guy has no NIL. These kids are studying like calculus, and they're about to beat your ass in college football. This is bad. I mean, he's such a good coach. if I'm an athletic director, I would hire Clark Lee. He's the absolute best.
I mean, he's going to have his pick, I'm guessing, in the SEC here.
I don't know.
Jobs.
Athletic directors are pretty dumb, Craig. You're a smart athletic director, but athletic directors are pretty dumb. All right, you have a 4-4 UTSA team. They come off that monster win against Tulane, which is exactly what we're talking about with Summerall looking ahead to maybe another coaching job. UTSA also beat Rice, the former Davidson coach, too. They played pretty well against Temple. They beat Colorado State. They played well against Texas State, who's got a powerhouse offense. They were right there against Texas A&M somewhat. They covered the 23.5. UTSA is not a bad team. South Florida 6-2. Their coach might be going somewhere else. What do you think, Craig? You think they can hang tough and pull this out?
Important note. After that Memphis loss, they were off last week. So they had a week to really be upset about that and plan for this one. I just don't see South Florida letting down. And UTSA maybe had one of the bigger upsets of the year. Outright. I mean, not even close. It was never close in the upset against Tulane midweek game last week. So a lot of people probably keeping this down because they're like, hey, they can do it again. I'm telling you, South Florida's a different team. At home, they're 4-0, straight up and against the spread. Look what the UTSA, they're 1-3 against the spread on the road. So I think this is a get-right game for South Florida. South Florida still has a lot in front of them. They maybe need some balls to fill their way, but they still could end up in a really nice bowl game. And I don't think they're going to the playoffs anymore, but like they were hoping. But I think you lay the points here, -14. I don't think that's a problem for this a very good South Florida team, especially at home. All right, so those are the Thursday games we like for college hoops, or college football. Don't forget, if you want to get on our football pass, 2 for $1, just $99, docsports.com/Craig Arun. If you want on any of the other sports, which we have tons of plays, NBA, NHL, props, I'm even going to have a CFL play this weekend. You can get those individually or by the week passes for those sports for 15% off. Use the promo code KICKOFF15 and get in on those YouTube premium products. That's where you can get all the extra plays. It's just $49.99. You'll get all 3 of them. Click the link below to get in.
YouTube Premium's where it's at. That's where it's at, dude.
All right. Take it easy, guys. See you next time.